Thank you for joining us on the 1-year anniversary of the Off the Scale Unfiltered podcast. Happy anniversary, my good friend.
Happy anniversary, love.
So we're just doing a little mini podcast today, a little mini baby. First of all, she's out walking, as you can see, and she has way more light than me. Virginia to New York. It's just crazy to me. But anyway,
and,
same
you're
time
pretty much
zone.
a straight shot down.
Yeah, same
you're
time zone.
You're like a straight shot down, so it's
Yeah,
just like,
crazy.
it's weird.
They're getting more day. Anyway, but we thought, again, just because we are going to discuss the things that we love about doing this show. So, Shauna, what's your thoughts?
So, I was thinking back on it. You had sent me a message on the IC, and you're like, we should do a podcast together. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Who the fuck is going to listen? You know?
Right.
And you're like, listen, we have something going on because, it's maintenance. Nobody talks about maintenance. They only talk about fucking weight loss. So I'm like, all right. So then I remember like the first couple episodes, we were very, I don't know, we were feeling ourselves out. We'll put it that way.
Yes.
And I am grateful that you came into my life to not only help cheer me on, but to also have these crazy suggestions of fucking podcasts and visiting and shit like that.
Right. I feel the same way.
Definitely.
I feel like there has been a turning point for me this year. And I think part of it was this, and obviously Brian being on board with the whole thing. And just finally that shift has happened for me. And I was looking back on when I joined originally, which was 2023, I think is the date that I saw.
Is that the first time you joined, or were you a member before?
I think that was the first time. And
okay,
at least based on, what I have on file.
Okay.
And you were one of the first people to actually, I think you were the first to pop on because my the title was the Whitesnake song, Here I Go Again on My Own. And you were like, I got that song in my head. So every time I joined the challenge, you were always one of the main people that was popping on to welcome me. And so it just seemed like a great thing to become friends with you. And I'm so glad that I did, because I feel like I've connected to more people on the IC that way. You've connected to people in my life.
Hold on.
And I've connected to people in your life. And so, yeah, I just feel like it's been a very good opportunity to keep this thing rolling that we do,
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Like, I think sometimes I feel like, like, what are we going to talk about this week or whatever? But there's always something. And so you asked me to think of 3 things that I learned over the year since doing this podcast. So I've been trying to think about it. And I think that's one of the things was I'm always fucking learning something. And it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Like your body changes, like as you get older, as you start lifting more, or as you lose or gain weight and stuff like that. So just learning what worked 6 months ago might not work in the present. So just be consistent, but also be adaptive.
Ooh, I like that.
Thanks. I'm going to trademark that now.
Yeah,
be consistent,
I like it.
Yet adaptive.
That's right.
What's one of the things that you learned?
I'm going to agree with you on that you're always learning, but I was always learning before, but I wasn't implementing. And I think this year mine was the implementation of all the shit I've learned. And actually, instead of just sitting around and writing notes and putting down a master plan onto paper,
I have my outline.
Yeah, right. But I actually did it. And I think the consistency and being really patient, I no longer have this timeline. Even though we're in the 12-week challenge right now, we're in the last 3 weeks, I'm kind of like, I'm feeling so good about my path and the direction I'm going with regards to my overall health and my strength gains, how much I'm lifting. And, it's just amazing to me. This week we did crossover cable flies. And a few weeks ago, 22 pounds on each side was really challenging. And I put 33 on today, and Brian did it first. And he said, I don't know if you're going to be able to do that. And I was like, I'm going to do 8. and I got 8 in 3
That's
sets. And
awesome.
so, yeah, so I mean, it's that kind of thing that I'm
Yeah.
no longer feeling this time constraint of when I'm done, blank. When this 12 weeks is over, blank. When I finish the diet,
Right.
blank. I'm just kind of like, you know what? This is my life, and I'm really, really happy with the way it's going. So that for
Oh my
me,
God. That's
yeah, that I guess that
fantastic.
was 1 and 2. So now you owe a 2. Yeah.
Shit.
Shit.
Shit. The other thing, so on top of learning things, I was also thinking about how you are ever evolving in, I don't know if I want to say mental mindset, but like this week is a perfect example, or like my discovery about the calories, for instance. I thought I was tracking, keeping within 200, that was my guesstimate range and everything. And lo and behold, it was far more than that, which come to find out through macro factor, it started upping my expenditure because now I'm actually tracking all the food that I'm eating and it's tying in with my weight now. So I guess being truthful with yourself as opposed to being afraid to admit it
Mhm.
is definitely something like, it's all about your mindset, right? Because like if you think you're hiding something because you don't want to write it down, you're actually just cheating yourself. And
Absolutely.
it's better to have the data there so that you can go back to it. And that's where number one led me to like the whole adaptive thing, like, cause what was working 6 months ago because of time constraints or whatever might not work now. So you have to change it up.
I agree. And then I guess my final third thing would have to be just being open-minded about everything and not so I've always taken hard stances on everything from, but I use this as an example recently. I remember having this friend that was a dietitian and she was drinking Diet Coke. Look at
Okay. I
and I
know
remember
that's what
being
we're looking at.
horrified by the fact I was like, "Oh my god, she
Not
is
Diet
drinking
Coke.
Diet Coke." So, how good of a dietitian could she be? Yeah, right? I mean, I had such a hard stance on that and a hard stance on artificial flavors and artificial sweeteners and
I
condemning
never
people
knew
and being
that.
oh god, I was hardcore. Gluten or not gluten-free, but organic meat and organic everything and such a hard stance. And then hard stances on politics, hard stances on religion, hard stances on you
Yeah.
name it.
Yeah.
I was hard. Boom. And I have learned, you know what? You gotta be freaking fluid and you gotta be open-minded. So that's
Yes.
my third thing.
That's a
Yes.
great third thing. Cause like
So
I'm sitting there thinking like, I think like back in the beginning when I was first doing all this and like what works for me. And maybe that's part of it too, because when you get that bug in you and you're just like, fuck, I just want to yell it on the fucking mountaintops. Like this is what works and all this other stuff. And you want people to like feel the way you do. So
mhm.
I think it goes along those lines of I'm following the dog now because he's off leash. And he like but that one way that you got it done, whatever it is not going to work for someone else. And they
Mhm.
have to hear the message the way that they're going to like be able to adhere to it. It goes back to the click,
Yeah.
like once you hear it the way that you needed to hear it or whatever it is, like that why became so strong that you cannot fucking deny it. Right.
That's right. Yep.
Sir, where are you going? Getting all my steps in right now. So I think I think those three things. And then like, of course you're continuing to build onto it. Look at the sunset, people.
So pretty.
It's so pretty. I think those are like those are the things that I don't know. Like I just keep on repeating in my head so that I don't lose sight of it. Cause even like this week, and I think we'll get more into it on Sunday, but like through my tracking process of actually fucking labeling how much fucking food I'm eating, which is a good thing. However, it's a lot of which I knew was going to happen, right? I knew a lot of it was going to be shit carbs, aka chocolate, you know? So, and I knew it was going to happen. And like, I love my chocolate. Don't get me wrong, but do I really need 400 calories of it? No,
Right, right.
150 should be the fucking limit. So, but I'm already feeling differences in my body. And that this is not 1 week worth of progress, people. It's like fucking 3.
Yeah.
It's like this. It's the entire time I've been on this challenge. Hi, I haven't been in a deficit Hi, that's me. Not in a
Yeah.
deficit, but I gotta get my ass in gear because I have the beach to look forward to at the end of August. So,
Yes, you do.
and as
You'll be
much as
fine.
I'm gaining strength and everything like that, I am recomping in different ways. So I'm fucking happy with where I'm at. So I think that goes back to what you were saying. Like it becomes your lifestyle and like you start looking forward to the next 20 years and you're like, this is far better than what it could have been, you know?
Yes. Yes.
And you gotta like make movement a priority.
All right. Well, we will close on that because we want to make it short and sweet.
Yes.
And Ringo is having no more of it. So
Do you hear him?
I do. I
Look,
do. He's like,
he's
let's go, Mom.
fighting.
It's my time.
Well,
So
he's showing off in front of the dog over there. So
yeah.
Well-
Well, thanks everybody for being a part of our 1 year here and supporting us and giving us a reason outside of just the two of us to come each week and share what we're learning. And we look forward to the next year. So thanks so much and we'll see you soon. Have a great night. Bye.
bye.